Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Newsflash Media Live. I am just a minute late. I'm here in the area of a story in Oceanside that I will get to talking about in just a second. Let me just get situated here. I just finished up posting the videos, so I just wanted to make sure those were up, as long as it didn't make me too late. But thank you for bearing with me. Just gonna throw some stuff in the trunk real quick and we'll get going here.
Carlsbad, sick person, engine 104, star A107, roundup.
Okie dokie. Hi, Brian. How are you? Thank you for being a member. You're our first commenter of the night. Hello to Alexander, Maya, David, Sandcrab. Hope you are all doing well. Yeah, we are in Oceanside, the East Side Capistrano neighborhood of Oceanside, which sits just east of Interstate 5. There's a homicide investigation. I'll loop around. I'll drive over there real quick just so you guys can get a look. But all the coverage and details that you guys are looking for, I will also touch on that. But if you want to, if you would like to circle back to them, holy moly, that was a bump. They are on Instagram and YouTube as well. So it's in the area of Joe Balderrama Park or Balderrama Park. I think both names apply to this park, but 600 block of San Diego Street. Officers responded to reports of graffiti taking place. You can see a cruiser just off to our right. There's the actual eastern end of the crime scene. Graffiti taking place, and then while they were responding, they got calls of shots fired in that same area. They arrived at the scene, found a Hispanic male in his 30s, believed to be in his 30s, multiple gunshot wounds, and he was pronounced deceased at the scene. They don't have any suspect information at this time, and it's believed to be an isolated incident. So if that eases any concern, that detail there. It's not believed there's any ongoing threat to the residents or visitors in the area. So this right here is Mission Avenue and San Diego Street. We'll swing a right here. And you guys can get a quick look at the scene. I do want to get to Carlsbad. There is a serious injury traffic collision that occurred there about 3.5 hours ago. And there is I'm also looking to get a look at that real quick. They had an engine from the Oceanside Fire Department respond because apparently a vehicle drove into the crime scene of the homicide. Didn't hit anybody, but they are evaluating the driver, it sounds like. Yeah, they're talking right now, actually.
Go to DLS 213. DLS 213, we're actually on San Diego Street closer to Bush. Just make sure you enter off of Mission. The rest of the thing ready to shut down. Copy.
Let's see what happens if we go down this street. We'll make this quick because I do want to make sure we get to Carlsbad. I have not been there yet.
ALS response, heart problems, engine 112 and RE114 at 953 Palomino Road. Carlsbad, ALS response, headache, engine 102, and RA 102, at 7048 Ivy Street.
So Joe Balderrama Park is off to our left. And of course this is the crime scene in front of us.
Fall, truck 105, and RA 106, Sunrise Assisted Living Carlsbad Manzanita Street, at 7020 Manzanita Street. Activity R.
I think we're just gonna flip a U-turn here. At this point I'm prioritizing Carlsbad. If I could, I wanted to get a look at that car that apparently went into the crime scene, but they requested a basic life support unit from the fire department. So that's an indication that there's no serious injuries there, which is good. Carlsbad is a serious injury traffic collision. They had 2 pediatric patients, but both of them were stable. I heard that earlier, and the police department said that there was a serious injury involved. So just to, to clear it up, I don't think any children suffered any serious injuries in this, but they did transport 2 children to Brady's Children's Hospital. There's that BLS unit arriving. Carlsbad was Carlsbad Village Drive, and I forget the cross street. I'll have to check before we get in that area.
Oceanside, BLS response, Fall, engine 218, and BLS 116, Pepperdine Avenue.
Today has been quite busy in North County. There was a pursuit earlier. This is all hearsay. I don't have anything confirmed on this specific incident, but there was a pursuit that was talked about in San Marcos, 78 eastbound at Nordall, and I did see video of a crashed sheriff unit and a crashed minivan that was on fire. So trying to obtain video of that scene if I can. But that was earlier, and then of course we had the homicide investigation come out in Oceanside, and this serious injury traffic collision in Carlsbad. So it has been pretty busy for North County standards. Luckily, the Carlsbad Village Drive exit isn't too far from our current location. I do believe it's a certain distance east of Interstate 5, though, so it'll take a few minutes to get there. But with all that being said, I hope everyone's having a great Friday evening, a good start to your weekend. I'll make sure to address your comments and anything in the chat once I have a chance.
San Marcos, ALS response, Fall, engine 141, and RA 145, Springdale SA, at 2907 South Santa Fe Avenue, space 52.
Some police lights on the southbound side up here, or sorry, northbound side. We're headed southbound. but it looks like it's just a traffic stop. We're passing it right now. Yeah. Just a traffic stop. So we will cruise down Carlsbad Village until it ends at College and see if there is still an active scene for this crash. I want to say it was a vehicle versus bike, but I'll have to go back and check. Hi Evergreen, how you doing? Thank you for being a member and a moderator. Always good to see you. Hi Coley, thank you for being a member. Who else do we have in here? We have DJ Equick, good to see you. Chew Dog, Pat, thank you for being a member. Jasmine, thank you guys all for joining tonight. Yeah, Carlsbad Village Drive and Victoria Avenue. Okay. Hi Oliver, how you doing? It is pretty chilly outside. I think we were in the 30s in some parts of North County this morning. Of course, it was the high 30s, but still pretty chilly.
North County engine 112. 146, okay. 1153, left point. Can you start at Hill?
Advise on the start.
History at this residence, combative patient.
T-50 4142 Belfort, suspicious license 2611 Ocean. Purpose entry is the available. Not on site. Just going through trash cans and throwing items into the street. Black Hills, 40 Springville, speeding after rescue. And one of the sheriffs was an art from TSC.
North County engine 112, repeat.
The sheriff was en route from the TSC.
Go. 4, Scott Major 12. Advise SO vacate cancel. SO cancel.
If there is still an active scene for this crash, we'll likely see police activity within the next mile. I know right at that intersection there is a crosswalk, so I'm wondering if that was involved in the collision. Oh, I do see this lights on four-way flash. Okay, the road is closed, so that definitely leads me to believe the scene is still active. So they actually have both directions of Carlsbad Village Drive shut down at Pontiac. But we are still about a half mile from the given intersection, so I'm going to try to wind through this neighborhood. Let me actually pull over and situate my route. I'm not familiar with the inner workings of this neighborhood. Okay. We can actually get to Victoria from here.
Starting route 3626 Kingston Street. Head southeast on Pontiac Drive. In half a mile, turn left onto Victoria Avenue.
And the fact that this is still active, of course it doesn't have to involve a fatality for there to be a prolonged investigation like this, but I'm definitely looking to confirm whether or not there is a fatality in this.
Anita's natural gas odor, engine 234, at 273 Countrywood Lane.
Go past this stop sign. Then at the next one, turn left. At the stop sign, turn left onto Victoria Avenue.
Okay, here's Victoria.
In a quarter mile, the destination is on your left. 3626 Kingston Street.
Oceanside, Fall, engine 214, and RA 214, at 4133 Diamond Circle.
Okay. What are we gonna see here? Okay. Okay, so the road is closed there as well. So it looks like this is gonna be a walk-in.
The destination is on your left.
I
3626
Do you
Kingston
see...
Street.
Is that crime scene tape? I can't tell from here. Let's go walk in. Thank you guys for 10 likes, by the way. Again, I will try to address your comments as soon as I have a chance. Obviously, the stories in getting you guys info and a visual is the priority. So, that's what we're doing right now. Waiting for a chance to jump out. Oh. That's the problem with Prius, is they're so quiet. I literally left it on. Okay. Hi, Robert. Thank you for joining. This is a serious injury traffic collision in Carlsbad. This is Victoria Drive right here. And then that street you see this car traveling on is Carlsbad Village Drive. Whoa, this person does not look like they realize the road's closed. Okay. So they do have it, of course, taped off here, so we can't really get too far in, but we can see a little bit of the scene from here. Looks like you've definitely... That third car does not look police department related. That almost looks like a Kia Soul from my vantage point. So I'm wondering if that's an involved vehicle. The visuals on this one are not great. Anywhere from here, this point here, this intersection, to where the road's closed on the other side, there's no other intersections. So essentially, there's no way to get closer. At least by vehicle. See if there's any comments I need to address here. Hello to Taos. How are you? You said you missed San Diego. We are in the northern part of San Diego County. Hi, Troll. How you doing? If they shut down the road, it's usually either a bad scene or a fatality, correct? Or if the vehicles are briefly blocking the road. This happened before 5 p.m. And given that it is past 8 now, of course, we are a few hours into this. So I'm assuming, I do have confirmation from the police department that this is a serious injury collision. But I'm definitely looking to get an update on that person or people. But again, I did hear that they have 2 pediatric patients, aka minors, that were transported to Rady Children's Hospital. And that's about all I have right now. Again, it's Carlsbad Village Drive in Victoria Avenue. Hi Juan, how you doing? It's a traffic collision. A crash. Serious injuries. I think it was a car versus a bike. I'm sorry? I'm not sure. That was interesting. That just goes to show how prominent the e-bikes are in this area, as well as Encinitas, because that person specifically asked if it was an e-bike after I said it was a vehicle versus a bike. But, yeah, I remember hearing the dispatch. I do want to confirm that it is a bike that's involved. And that sort of dispatch would indicate that it's a bicycle, not a bike as in a motorcycle. Let's try to go to the other end again, because I didn't see any tape there. So I believe that would be open to pedestrian access at least a little bit. So let's try that. Okie dokie. Actually, you know what? Let's try this adjacent street. Just in case there's any trails or alleys that could get us a look over the scene. I would doubt it though. If only I knew somebody on this street that would let me in their backyard. Oh, what is this? Is this a park? No, just a long driveway. Yeah, and it turns here. Okay, well, then we will try the Pontiac Drive access.
Our comm engine 161 off trail, AMR.
Everything else is off trail.
Got some Christmas lights to look at in the meantime.
Freeway around 1172, commercial 1517 to you.
Here's Victoria.
For David around Freeway 1517 to you. IO, we won't be allowed coming in by anything, so we're responsible. We did not have proper process not on scene. I see them, believe there's a church member that's 97.
I can't remember if I mentioned this yet, but Juan with 619 News Media, if you guys don't know who he is, most of you do, I'm sure of it. He will be live streaming at 9 tonight, so we're clashing, quote unquote, for like an hour, which is totally fine, obviously. I think he's taking tomorrow off, so if you guys do want to get a view of San Diego's news and its breaking stories tonight, of course you can go ahead and join his live. Again, it starts at 9. Shout out to Mr. Juan. Park right here. Actually, I don't see any signs up here. Let's see how good of a visual we can get from here. I don't know where the tape line is on this side. So again, now we are at Carlsbad Village Drive and Pontiac Drive. That's the western end of this crash scene. So just the road's closed, so no vehicle traffic can go in. And now we are on foot. Hi Janelle, how are you? Hello to Elizabeth as well. See, these houses up here would get a good view of what's going on. Coley said, hey Daniel, do you know who makes good spaghetti and meatballs? Olive Garden does. I just saw Coley at Olive Garden the other day. For some context. Here's a vehicle. Carlsbad PD. I'm kind of surprised we made it this far. Holy, you're scaring me. That shadow looked ominous. Miss. There's another vehicle. Imagine if I get in here and then they've like opened up the road. Oh gosh. How far is this in there? I'm gonna cross. Okay, there's a little bit of a visual. I might see if I can get in. Hello. How are you? Good.
Do you know what was going on?
It was a crash with a serious injury,
Oh, okay.
but it's been there for a while, so I'm wondering if
Okay.
it's worse
Like
than that.
that serious.
Right. Yeah. I think it was a bike, but I'm looking to confirm.
Okay.
But they had 2 pediatric patients that were stable,
Uh-huh.
so no serious injuries there, but somebody got seriously injured.
Okay.
Yeah, it is closed. They have tape
Oh, they like
off
tape it
at
further.
Victoria, so
Okay.
I would personally recommend turning around. I was down there first, but
Okay.
yeah. My name's Daniel, by the way.
Daniel as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I do live streaming in North County for breaking news.
Oh. What outlet?
News Flash Media, that's the name of it.
Okay.
So it's
Check it
Facebook, Instagram, all the socials, you can find me there. It was good meeting you, though.
Yeah, you too.
Have a good night. Yeah. I'm on the same plan now. Here's another unit with Carlsbad. Yeah, we are abandoning the walk. I'm contemplating what the next step is. Because I feel like if we got in there, we'd see the same thing we saw on the other side, since it was so dark anyways, but... The reason they have it blocked off here is because, again, there's no intersections in there, so that's unfortunate as far as coverage, but you can never predict where it happens. Alrighty. Well, not really sure what to do. Give me 1 second. Come up with a game plan.
116. Northbound BLS 116, can you show us that scene 10 minutes ago? Affirmative.
There's our buddy Daniel, my name twin. Okay, so yeah, it just says serious injury traffic collision. So that is all we have to go off of from CPD at this point. Wow, that person was impatient. Thank you so much, LA, for the tip. I very, very much appreciate that. And thank you for being a member. Banana split money. I don't remember what that inside joke means, but if you could explain it, I would enjoy that. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, LA. You are a huge supporter of the channel, and I really appreciate it. I think that will do it for the Carlsbad crash coverage, unfortunately. That was just a very inconvenient spot in terms of coverage. But I may try later tonight, if it's still there, to go in with my camera and you know, I don't want to pull my credentials out just to live stream on a phone. I feel like that would look a little bit unprofessional. But anything I can see outside of that, which I don't even remember the last time I went into a road closure. It was just that specific spot is so not good for getting a visual on it. So I'm gonna get closer to the 78 freeway here. Always like to be near a freeway to get to any location in North County as quick as possible if a story breaks. But I'm gonna park real quick near the 78 and check to see if we're missing anything else in North County and make sure we're up to date.
Engine 141
There's
and
something.
RA 144. Union 76, W San Marcos Boulevard. At 190 West San Marcos Boulevard.
I will say though, assaults are typically not something I cover since they're not with a deadly weapon. Thank you guys for 18 likes, by the way. Very much appreciated.
North Promenade 261 on scene, MDC down.
261 on scene.
Okie dokie. I also want to make sure I'm caught up on your chats. I feel like I have not talked to you guys at all so far in the stream, and we're almost an hour in. Okay. Let's check for any stories first. I feel like I haven't covered anything with CHP involvement in a while.
Vista, ALS response.
It's all like within the cities of North
Engine
County.
121 and RA 214. Waterleaf Apartment Homes Vista. At 333 North Amarillo Drive. Apartment 167.
Okay, looks like we're all good. Check Astria as well. There was a crash at 650. Just up the street from here. Given that there isn't anything else going on, we will head up there real quick. Just to check her out. Nice lights at the mall. Let me in. This was on El Camino Real, around Fire Mountain Drive in Oceanside. So, I'm guessing there won't be anything left, but worth a shot. Especially being right down the street.
That's 329.
Sorry, 144.
Break schedule. Agencies are critical be available for missing J at risk.
Alright, 144, copy, cancel.
Missing juvenile at risk being broadcasted.
J at risk. Westbound Fred from 3. Search from 230 West Los Angeles Drive at the New Haven Group Home in the City of Vista. 15 hours without a cell phone. Subject is a WMJ, 16 years old, 5'8", 180 pounds with brown hair. Last is Clark. Medically, King, Lincoln, Adam, Robert, King, Edward. First is Adam, common spelling. DOV is 226 and 2006.
Okay. Nothing left on this crash, but that was suspected.
Continuing, he is unclearly here that his spikes. He's wearing a black jean jacket with Guns N' Roses patches, black t-shirt, black jeans, and black shoes. Seen on foot towards north Santa Fe at 17-19 hours, and he is considered at risk due to autism, and he's also diagnosed with ADHD and personality disorder, and has a history of 1145 radiation.
A little story from this intersection right here. I was coming back from a crash in Oceanside this past week, and there was a car pulled over on El Camino right off to our left, and it was an electric vehicle that had run out of juice. They almost made it to the charging station, but didn't quite make it. And I stopped to see if they needed anything, and it turned out it was a couple Hulu stars. They were talking about their show and stuff with me, and I left when their tow truck arrived, but I had a nice chat with them for like 20 minutes. Very cool people. Did you get an autograph? No, but I got a selfie. So that was cool. I was like, can I get a picture with you guys? Just to document the experience. I thought it was, I mean, you never know who you're going to run into, but I thought it was a cool story. Thank you, Juan, for the glizzy. And thank you for being a member and a moderator. Juan's got all the badges. I think we will head back to staging at this point. Get a little more central also, being in San Marcos. Isn't it the point to have gas in your electric vehicle as a backup in case you run out of electricity? Some cars are pure electricity, so they don't even have a gas engine or something. I bet Coley is totally cringing at the way I'm explaining this, because she's a car person, but Coley, feel free to weigh in, because I know I explained that very poorly.
Oceanside. Person down. Engine 213. At Close-Up Road and Mesa Drive.
Some nice lights on the Vista Village Bridge, too. I don't remember seeing those in past years. I've lived in this area for quite a bit.
What's up with that tower 1090?
Again, guys, we are right on the 9 o'clock hour here, so if you would like to get a view of San Diego's perspective of things, my good friend with 619 News Media is starting his stream right now. He typically streams on Saturday nights and Sundays and sometimes Thursdays. He's like always streaming, so much more than me. But go ahead and head over there if you guys would like to see probably some more action, because San Diego City gets more action than North County does, but we still get our fair share. And one also covers East County. I'm sure he'd go up to North County if it was big enough, but typically I'm on the case. Last-ditch effort for the exit, but they made it. I thought they were avoiding something in the road for a second.
Ambulance 11, we're going out of search for the night. How are we doing? On mission 11.
Where is that dog? Someone's dog was barking. Emergency traffic for a burglary in progress on Harbor Cliff Way in Oceanside. For those that don't know, emergency traffic kind of sounds a little more intense than it is. It's just they give certain units priority on the air for the radio traffic because they're on a more intense situation than officers who aren't assigned to a call or are assigned to a lower priority call.
One firefighter on board. Engine 261 and following personnel.
Okie dokie. Usually we start here at the infamous Harley lot, but of course we had check out.
North Common 213, this is a homeless man speaking. You can cancel a meeting.
Copy, Slipper.
Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Thank you for your patience with me getting back to your messages, you guys. I'll go back a certain amount, but if you still have a question after I address these, feel free to shoot it again. Thank you, Justin, for being a member, by the way. I don't know if that's new or if you've been a member. I'm trying to decipher that, but thank you regardless. Hi, April. How you doing? It is cold tonight. I've got 49 right now on my temperature gauge. We're in San Marcos. Any update on the Carlsbad Village Drive crash? Not at this time. I'm assuming if there was a fatality involved, Carlsbad will do a press release, but that wouldn't happen for, you know, of course they have to finish their investigation, at least their preliminary one, and then get it all written out and the facts straightened. So it could be a little while. It would definitely happen within the next day, though. Make sure I get a charger going here so I don't lose you guys. That's the one thing with live streaming is I can't look at my battery percentage while I'm streaming because it does that weird glitch. We'll do a little rundown of what we had this week. I haven't done that yet either. Of course, we had the homicide investigation. That was my most recent video, just posted an hour ago. Had an occupant found unconscious. I referenced this crash earlier. This was also in Oceanside. A vehicle hit a pole and an occupant inside was found unconscious. There was pretty good fog in the area as well that night, so I'm wondering if that played a role. I was not able to confirm that though. Fatality crash in Escondido. Someone was high speed on the westbound 78 to northbound 15 transition ramp, lost control of the vehicle, rolled, was ejected, and pronounced deceased. There was also a pursuit that started in Encinitas, went into Orange County. They got 3 people under arrest and recovered 2 catalytic converters and a number of tools, which by the picture they showed look to be tools that are used to cut off the converters. Oh yeah, we had the road rage in Vista. This was crazy. I wasn't actually able to make it to the scene myself, but luckily someone was willing to give me images of the scene, and they got flames on camera. It was a wild looking scene. If you haven't seen this yet, head over to my Instagram or Facebook, Twitter as well, but I feel like most people would prefer Instagram or Facebook. But it involved a pellet gun being shot at another vehicle, so it started between those 2 vehicles, and then one of the vehicles, an Acura sedan, was involved in a crash with 2 other innocent bystander vehicles. And then the Acura burst into flames, was fully engulfed. They found drugs in the trunk. It was a whole thing. But yeah, that was this week on Newsflash Media. $33 here and 30 in Juan's live. I have never tried watching 2 lives on different devices. Maybe a wormhole opens up? What's a wormhole? 33? Wait. Oh, 30 viewers. I thought you were talking about temperature. I was like, where is Juan that it's 30 degrees out? At Newsflash Media, from covering all these stories, what car models do you think have the most reckless drivers? I'd guess Dodge Charger. That's a good question. I definitely have seen, I remember that there was a street racing crash on Mesa Drive in Oceanside. That was either a Dodge Charger or Challenger involved in that one. But that's just going off of the fact that you mentioned that make and model. But as far as which one has the most, I wouldn't be able to say. That would be hard to go over every incident and remember the make and model, but where a worm makes a hole to travel. Gotcha. Thank you, LA, for that description. A wild week indeed, Elizabeth. I agree. Hi, John. How you doing? Or is it Johnny? Joan? Let me know. John says Nissan Altima. Or Explorer. I noticed Toyota Corollas. This is not from covering stories, but just driving around here. Toyota Corollas tend to be the weavers, going in and out of lanes and just seem to be in a hurry. It's Johnny. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. I will refer to you as Johnny. And also Volkswagen Jettas. I work for a utility company, and those two always hit poles. Proved my theory. Thank you, Johnny. Or the green boxes on the street. Oh yeah, those electrical boxes. Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity. A tunnel between 2 black holes. Wow. Got very astronomy on me. It makes for good overtime for me. Well, there you go. At least there's a benefit to somebody.
No, I can't make 75.
Posting a quick Instagram story for that homicide in Oceanside. Homicide investigation, I should say.
Medic 75 shows available orders.
Medic 75 is ordered.
Do you stay home on rainy days? No, but as far as working and covering stories, it is a little bit harder. I'll typically shoot on my phone for rainy days. That's what I've been doing in recent storms, or whatever you want to call them. Do we really get storms out here? But I trust the phone more than the camera I have, because I don't have rain equipment for my camera, and it's not really worth investing in just for like a couple days a year, because of course that's not a guarantee that something will happen that will pay for the rain gear. But yeah, so these days I have iPhones, so those are pretty weatherproof, waterproof. I think it's technically water resistance, but I know you can like dunk them in water like up to a meter or something like that for a certain amount of time. So I was like, a little rain won't kill it. I am more cautious with the one I stream with, though. I have two phones. So the one I stream with, I'm like, I don't want my stream audio to be messed up by water or something. So I'll typically film it on my personal phone. Thank you, David, for sticking with me. Let's see what Juan's up to on his stream. Should we pop in?
If you're going big this holiday season, Wayfair has just maybe like great deals on holiday.
He's also staged. We're both staged. Let's see who gets a story first, if we do. Yeah, and someone who follows me on Instagram was actually gracious enough to let me use a quote from them in my write-up for the Oceanside homicide. They said, there were a ton of kids there, including mine. I had to evacuate them and my husband out of the neighborhood. And I mean, it really just helps tell the story, because, you know, you can think about how it was close to Balderrama Park in the timing of it, but I think a quote like that really makes it hit that people were there, they were just spending time with their family, and someone was presumably shot to death. I want to make sure I'm reporting everything accurately, but given that there is a homicide investigation, yeah, that's crazy, and that's super scary that someone was there with their kids and their husband and had that go down just down the street.
Medic 261 offloading.
How are you getting the sheriff on the scanner? Because I can't get them on the app called 50 Radio. I don't have any primary traffic for the sheriff's department in San Diego County. They are encrypted as of about 6 or 9 months ago. So they do have a calls for service website that they set up upon going encrypted, and that is how I get a lot of my information. So anything you're hearing, it's not sheriff. Oh, okay, because up to about 5 days ago, I could listen to their direct feed. I'm assuming that was one maybe by the name of Sheriff's Department that hasn't been updated, just the name. I would be very surprised if there was an actual feed from their radio traffic. A good app I recommend for radio traffic in the area, it doesn't have Sheriff, of course, but Broadcastify, they have a North County law enforcement. And yeah, that's really useful for the only cities in North County that are not encrypted are Oceanside and Carlsbad. So you'll hear them on there. And one of the members of the Newsflash fam, Alan, he is actually the one in charge of that feed. So he is awesome. So shout out to Alan. And of course, I recommend that feed to you guys. Juan is on the move. It works to watch 2 lives on the same account, but 2 different devices. Good tip, Jasmine. Wonder what Juan's headed to. This is Exhibit A of San Diego City gets more action than North County.
If you're the VMA, will be HPD.
But we'll stay here for another 5 minutes or so, and if we don't get anything, we will hit the road once again. We'll head east this time, because we've already been in the western end of North County, but we'll get cruising, so we're not sitting here for too long. I know that's not the most entertaining thing ever. I like to listen to it when I'm on call to see if anything is happening, and I picked up a lot of action in the past few months from Sheriff. Huh. They do patch every once in a while on with different agencies, and that's not encrypted. But as far as their primary traffic, from my understanding, that is fully encrypted.
Copy code for building secure 45 months.
Yeah, medic 237. There's 2 cell phones on the ground here. I'm assuming one's the patient. One of them might be one of us. See if anyone forgot or lost theirs.
97. Please repeat for medic 237.
Now, there are 2 cell phones on the ground where the patient was. I'm assuming one was hers. Can you see if one of our crew lost their cell phone or left it?
Medic 237, copy. Stand by.
I'll stay with you till your stream is over. Is that what you meant, David? If so, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I do have a crash in Poway, Scripps Poway Parkway and Sycamore Canyon. Oh, it's actually on CHP.
worries. Yeah, something's separated, but he's trying to fight something else now. It's not.
They're separated. Can you tell me you have background?
Yes.
Can you recovered?
I'll have to let you know on the next good pull hit we get. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that. Hopefully no more pulls are hit and everyone's good. But if it does happen, let me know. I enjoy learning from you, Daniel. It's informative info while we wait. Thank you, Jasmine. I appreciate that. That's a really kind comment. Yeah, I definitely enjoy conversing with you guys while, you know, in between calls or whatever. I think it's really cool. And I genuinely, like, enjoy talking with you guys. Daniel, we got to create a game for yours and Juan's stream, so while you both stage and are live, the chatters can stay busy. I gotta think of one. Any suggestions, chatters? That's a good idea. To fill those gaps. Yeah, and I think it's really cool that so many of you I see every week. So shout out to, you know, anyone watching, obviously, but if you're a recurring viewer that returns every week, as your availability allows. I know people have lives outside of this, obviously, but yeah, thank you guys so much if you've come back multiple times to join us.
Medic 237, you mentioned 237, any update?
Of course, brother, we are family. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Y'all have the same 10 chatters. Not many people pay attention to the chat to play game. I think, you know, if anyone's interested, Evergreen shot out a good idea, so let's not be so quick to shoot it down. Your streams are great too. I enjoy watching them. Thank you, David. Thank you very much. I see you, David, in here all the time. I really appreciate your support.
Outside of Ramona. Female 12, 5'2", 100 pounds, blonde hair, unknown clothing.
Alrighty, let's hit the road here. We'll head towards
Female for missing Judy out of Ramona. Female 12, 5'2", 100 pounds, blonde hair.
Escondido. And there's another missing juvenile out of Ramona. So we heard one earlier, missing juvenile at risk out of Vista on West Los Angeles Drive. And now they're talking about one from Ramona as well.
No comment, 267. Mention 237.
46 David. I know it's Gibson's to do it.
Oh, hit and run.
From Port of 150, you're TC'd into another vehicle and flood.
Okay, going to Oceanside.
Vehicle now on Avenida Descanso.
That was a very short-lived attempt at going to Escondido.
They have complaint of pain to their waist.
Does not sound like any serious injuries, just a complaint of pain. But we'll head to this since it is a crash. Again, this is in Oceanside. They said Avenida Descanso. I didn't catch the cross, but... we'll head to that area. We made it, what, a quarter mile down the street? Avenida Descanso and Matola? Did I hear that correctly? I'll try to map that.
Oceanside. ALS response. Just pain. Engine 213 and RA101. Oceana entrance S. At 3902 Vista Campana North. Unit 51.
Matola? I'm not sure what that cross was. Sometimes things are said so quick on the scanner, and you have that split second to hear it and try to punch it into a map to get to it, but it's one of those situations where I'm like, what did she say? We'll go to Avenida Descanso, just that general area, and see if we
Starting route to Avenida Descanso.
can narrow it down on the way.
Use the left lane to keep left to merge onto CA 78 West. Keep left. In 9 miles, take exit 2 onto El Camino Real.
We were just here like 45 minutes ago. El Camino Real by the 78. They just said it again, but I couldn't catch it. Matoli? I've never heard of that street. Not sound too serious, so this might just be a drive-by to take a look, but still worth going to. At least we get to look at the bridge lights again. Whoever did those did a really good job. Kind of looks like ocean waves.
In 2 miles, take exit 2 onto El Camino Real.
Oceanside. Traffic collision. Engine 215 and Medic 115 at Avenida Descanso and Mental Street.
Okay, so they just started a response from the fire department for this hit and run. And I finally have the name of the the street, Mattole, M-A-T-T-O-L-E. So we actually do have the exact location now. I was hoping that would happen, so we could get a location. And just to reiterate, this is a hit and run collision reported in
Use the right lane to
Oceanside.
take exit 2 onto El Camino Real.
Person just had a complaint of pain, so no serious injuries. Avenida Descanso and Mattole Street.
Take the exit, then turn right onto South El Camino Real toward Oceanside. At the light, use the right 2 lanes to turn onto South El Camino Real toward Oceanside. Turn right,
So you would run that tag and see if it comes back so they walk over there. What's the Yar's name?
in 3.1 miles, keep left onto North El Camino Real.
This is in pretty far north Oceanside. We're still 5 miles out from this point. Hello, D Street Media. How you doing? I need to download that Citizen app. Thank you for the info, Pat. I've downloaded that app a few times in the past, but it didn't really seem like it was active in our area. I know it's big in LA, maybe San Francisco, New York, but every time I've downloaded it, there wasn't really anything for North County. But that's interesting that you say you got an alert for that missing teen in Vista. I will definitely look into downloading that.
Oceanside. Traffic collision. RA213 at Avenida del Ganso and Mental Street.
That's just a reassignment for this existing crash. If you just heard that on the scanner, that is not a new collision in Oceanside. We might see the ambulance responding. Station 3 of the Oceanside Fire Department is just off to our right, coming up here, and their ambulance was assigned to the crash.
The victim, I believe, is going to be at Descansa and Mentola in a white newcomer.
At the next light, keep left.
Sounds like this initially happened at North River and Douglas.
At the light, use the middle two lanes to keep left onto North El Camino Real.
So if both vehicles are at this Avenida Descanso address, then presumably someone tried to run, and then the victim followed the suspect vehicle and either gave up or
Keep left,
person could have run on foot, etc.
Good night, David.
So what?
1172 commercial at collision and injury dynamics, 1746 Ordway towards the garage motion.
In half a mile, take a slight left turn onto Douglas Drive. At the next light, take a slight left turn. At the light, use the left 2 lanes to take a slight left turn onto Douglas Drive.
Activation 21 to 44. Doing great. Fort County.
Starting route to Mantol Street. In 3/4 of a mile, turn right onto Old River Street.
Alright, we are about a mile out.
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn right. At the light, turn right onto Old River Street, then turn left onto Avenida Descanso.
So we're on Douglas, and North River is just up the road here, so that's where it initially happened. So it traveled a decent distance from the suspected initial collision site.
Turn left onto Avenida Descanso.
Looks like there's something up here on our right. Oh, and there's the fire engine. So that Versa off to our left, that hatchback, is one of the involved vehicles. It looks like they're assessing somebody. I wonder if the suspect vehicle's also here. We'll turn around and pass it one more time. Get out to cover this one. Yeah, that doesn't look too serious. Always good to get eyes on a scene, though, in case, you know, the scanner doesn't describe it to its full potential.
Chevy out of Vista on 47681.
I'm gonna pull over right here and spend the last few minutes of the stream addressing your chats and whatnot, so that I can connect with my audience a little bit. Thank you guys again for joining tonight. Let's see, who do we have in here? Regina, how you doing? Hello to Jolene. This is a residential area. Seems the driver of the hit car followed, though. Sorry, I'm totally messing up. It keeps fading away, so I'm trying to read it. Evergreen said, this is a residential area. Seems the driver of the hit car followed the hit and run car all the way home. That's a good theory there. I think they did mention something about a driveway, so I think you're onto something. Yeah, definitely risky to follow a hit and run driver, because if they're brazen enough to run, they might get desperate beyond that. So if you guys have any comments, questions, etc. to get in before the stream ends, now is the time. I stream from 8 to 10 p.m. every Friday, if you guys aren't aware. And with the holidays coming up, I think it's a good thing to mention that that will have no interference. None of the holidays land on Friday this year. So I will see you guys every Friday, even this month. Yes, thank you for the reminder, Pat. Juan is still streaming you guys, and he's down in the San Diego area, so definitely head over there. Check out that stream. Oh, there's a little cat running across the street. Any update on that Nordal pursuit? I did mention this earlier. I'm not sure if you were in here or not. But the information I have on that, this is all hearsay, by the way. I haven't been able to confirm. But from what I hear, someone was being pursued in the area of 78 and Nordal today in San Marcos. And I did see video posted that shows a crashed Sheriff's Department cruiser and a minivan that had crashed and was on fire in the video. So obviously a significant incident unfolded. This was at, I want to say like 2 p.m. today. So yeah, if I could somehow get video or something on that. There may be a press release, given that, especially since it was a deputy involved collision. Obviously hoping the deputy's okay, hoping everybody else is doing well. I'm checking the press releases here just to see if there is one that I haven't seen yet, but I'm not seeing one. But yeah, I will keep an eye out. I don't have any indication of the extent of injuries, but this happened. I know the based on the video, the minivan and the cruiser were right at the off-ramp from the eastbound 78 to Nordall. So right before you enter Escondido.
Heritage Hills Memory Care Oceanside. At 2108 El Camino Real. Room 108B.
What were you even saying?
Raptor VDS 490.0.
Alrighty, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream here now. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you to everybody who viewed, liked, subscribed, tipped, any sort of support I very much appreciate. As always, I will be here on Fridays from 8 to 10 p.m. So if you just got in here or want to join again, next week is the time to do it on Friday at 8. I will see you guys then. I hope you have a safe and happy weekend and week ahead. Thank you, Evergreen, you as well. Oh, I missed Pat's comment. I was right next to Sheriff's Station when it came out, saw 7 units rolling code. Wow, 7 units code is significant. Jasmine said, stay safe, happy weekend. Thank you very much, Jasmine. I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.